Between the first and second Avatars, more than 15 years have passed, and the events of the third movie will unfold immediately after the events and turnovers. By advancing to the new part, the film is currently titled as The Seed Bearer. The title clearly hinting at significant plot details that will be discussed later, in contrast to the first two parts where humans led by Colonel Quaritch, who were the main antagonists. Threequel will introduce the audience to the evil Na'vi clans for the first time. This time, Jake and Neytiri, along with their children, will travel to other planets in the Alpha Centauri system, leaving the reefs of the Metkayina clan. The main protagonist of Avatar 3 will be Loak, the younger son of Jake and Neytiri, who will take on the role of the narrator from his father in this part. This information has already been officially confirmed by James Cameron. In this sequence, it will be seen that in the water he will undergo significant development, will be seen having quarrels with his fellow tribesmen, earns their respect, and befriends the enormous Tolkien. It's not surprising that Cameron has chosen to focus on this character, as he has genuinely endeared himself to the audience. However, the title The Seed Bearer suggests that more time will also be dedicated to the character Kiri, the daughter of Dr. Grace. On obvious note, she is arguably the most intriguing and enigmatic character in the franchise, a child of unclear nature and origin. All we know about her is that she is the daughter of Grace, and simultaneously possesses an exceptional connection with Eywa and whole ecosystem of Pandora. The second aspect is particularly intriguing, as both Kiri and Jake, with his wife, connected to the Tree of Souls at the end of the previous movie. Therefore, the viewing of past memories is not an exclusive privilege for the girl. Consequently, her superpowers are intricately linked to influencing Pandora's flora and its creatures. It's worth recalling a theory related to unobtainium, which can be found on Pandora's. One of the locations coincided with the site of the former Tree of Souls. If we hypothesize that Eywa is somehow connected to unobtainium, her influence should be particularly pronounced in water. After all, water constitutes a unified ecosystem that brings together many animals. However, if unobtainium is indeed located at the bottom of Pandora's oceans, as numerous rumors suggest its distribution and connection with Eywa would be most prominent in aquatic environments, this is a potential avenue that Kiri could exploit. In theory, by time, she might enhance her skills in the future and begin to control the entire fauna of Pandora. However, her father is unknown, and she might be a part of Eywa itself. The title The Seed Bearer is not likely to allude with Kiri because of her mysterious birth and connections with Eywa. Shifting to the broader storyline, it's crucial to remember in the ending of previous part, in the Way of Water, Jake's elder son Neteyam met a tragic end, profoundly impacting the entire family. Now they are poised to start anew. However, Jake grapples with persistent torment over the loss, pledging to persist in the fight against the Earthlings consequently. Pandora continues to endure the exploitation of valuable resources as humans persist in their presence. The conclusion of the Way of Water sets the stage for an imminent conflict, a more extensive confrontation between the Na'vi and Earthlings. In the previous part, Spider saved his biological father, Quaritch, a plotline that undoubtedly won't escape James Cameron's notice. So Jake finding out these matters can be full of adversary. However, it's far from certain that Quaritch will once again assume the role of the main antagonist. In the upcoming Avatar, sequels are sparking intrigue with the introduction of a new Na'vi clan known as the Ash People. Many are theorizing about the role they might play in the unfolding narrative. A significant revelation points to the Ash People representing a darker facet of the Na'vi on Pandora, focusing prominently on the use and reverence of fire. In the first movie, the connection with Earth was explored through the Omaticaya initially residing in tree. The sequel delved into the seas and adaptation to water. For survival, the Way of Water introduced a new Na'vi clan, the Metkayina, shifting Jake and Neytiri away from Omaticaya. James Cameron has confirmed about the production of having at least 3 sequels in the Avatar franchise, and he also promised new locations and diverse Na'vi clans on Pandora. This has led to speculation about the potential introduction of a villainous clan in Avatar 3. Expectations are high that the third movie will center around fire to show Ash People's fresh perspective. Previous storyline hints on saving homeland of Na'vi. Cameron hints at a desire to subvert the narrative. The complexity of good and bad within every race will be illustrated with the Ash People representing a less amicable faction For the first time, the Navy will grapple with internal challenges, potentially leading to a civil war over the planet's resources. This shift promises a deeper exploration of the Na'vi culture and the intricate dynamics within their society. The strategic shift in the upcoming Avatar 3, particularly the introduction of the Ash people, adds an exciting layer to the narrative. This shift is especially welcomed, addressing a major criticism of The Way of Water for its perceived similarity to the first movie, which originally stood out for its uniqueness. Venturing into a new narrative direction enhances the potential for success, bringing fresh elements to the story of the native people. The Ash people, led by Varang, portrayed by Una Chaplin, promised to be a captivating addition. According to sources, it's known that the actress has already completed all scenes with her character and describes Varang as a true, while rumors are suggesting a potential romantic link between Varang and Quaritch in Avatar 3, but this remains unconfirmed. Anyway, the Ash people might be perceived as antagonists due to the loss of their connection to Eywa. It's speculated that a destructive volcanic eruption obliterating their sacred places, including the Tree of Souls, isolated them from other Na'vi. This ancient event on a remote volcanic island led to a gradual erosion of faith in Eywa among the Ash people, reducing it to a myth. The severed connection and belief could have created a rift between them and other clans, potentially causing misunderstandings and casting them as antagonists in the narrative. James Cameron's revelation about exploring different locations across Pandora in the sequels, including the possibility of volcanic areas, aligns with this theory, adding another layer to the narrative. The diverse landscapes and histories within Pandora promise a rich and multifaceted storytelling experience. In the upcoming Avatar installments, the isolation of the Ash people from their Tree of Souls and other Na'vi clans could potentially drive them towards exploiting Pandora's resources rather than appreciating the planet holistically as observed with other Na'vi communities. The aftermath of a volcanic eruption might expose the Ash people to molten rock and metals, presenting opportunities for them to forge weapons perceived as more advanced than the traditional bows and arrows. This technological advancement in weaponry could potentially lead them to form an alliance with humans in the next Avatar movies. Such collaboration might see them joining forces in battles against Jake and the other Na'vi clans, posing a formidable challenge with their more sophisticated arsenal. The diversity among the inhabitants of Pandora is evident, showcasing a non-homogeneous population. It's plausible that not all clans share the same gentle and respectful traits seen so far, as the Ash people are portrayed as furious and full of anger, new fireborn creatures in a manner similar to the utilization of creatures in the forests and seas. This expansion of the Pandora ecosystem, as hinted in The Way of Water, sets the stage for the sequel by unveiling previously unexplored parts of this intricate world. The introduction of these contrasting elements promises to add depth and complexity to the narrative, exploring the different facets of Na'vi culture and the challenges they face within their diverse ecosystem. Overall, Avatar 3 will directly continue the storyline of its predecessor, expanding the world of Pandora and depicting the lives of the evil Na'vi after the death of Neteyam. Jake will be consumed by anger and a quest for revenge, blurring the line between good and evil. The Ash people will introduce unique antagonists to the movie, markedly different from humans. We eagerly await the third Avatar, which is sure to surpass 1 billion again, immersing all of us in James Cameron's beautiful world on December 19th, 2025.